Hi guys, welcome back to Bass Direct. Today we're going to do a little shop tour video. I've done these before, but I'm usually behind the camera. So today Marcus is behind the camera and I'm in front of the camera. So please bear with me. So today we're going to go a little round. We're going to go around the basses first, then we're going to go around some of the amplification. So first of all, the classic Music Man range of instruments, from the Sterlings right through to the new range of instruments through from Music Man. So we've got classic 70s, Stingray 5, bongos, and yeah, we're getting more and more of these in, and they're just great instruments. You know what you're going to get. Great sound, really good build and quality and all the rest of it. Next, we've got some Alusonics in from Italy. These are really, really nice. They're lightweight, slightly thinner bodies. This one's beautiful with this inlaid carbon fiber piece here. Custom pickups, custom preamps. It's got that sort of Stingray vibe, but with definitely more options within it. So yeah, a really nice option for somebody looking for something like that. You know, I dreamt about having one of these as a child. Through neck, great sound, really, really nice build quality. Yeah, it's a quintessential classic bass from the past. Got Rickenbacker. These come and go very, very quickly. So, you know, they are literally coming in and going out within days. But this is nice. And this one's also got a new upgraded walnut stringer in the back, which is a really nice touch. Gives the instrument a real nice sort of classy feel. But again, you know, that classic sound, classic look, can't go too wrong. We've got a couple of Mayones here on display, including the new Hadrian Furrow Jabba aged instrument. And I have to say, the boys have really pushed the boat out. The aging on this is something else. It's got all the lovely lacquer cracking going on here. So yeah, again, all handcrafted. We've been working with Mayones for 15 years, I think now, and their stuff just keeps getting better and better all the time. And they've got this funky new preamp now, which is powered by USB. It's also got headphone out and auxiliary and all that sort of thing in there. So it's a very, very cool piece of kit to practice and play along with at home. We've got some Vincents in from Germany. These are fab, super light. I mean, this bass is probably 7.5, 8 pounds, all handcrafted. Unique bits of hardware created for these basses, custom pickups, just a very, very nice bass. Yeah, something different for someone looking for an Fender-inspired instrument with a twist. We have got a couple of gorgeous Elrics. Rob's been building basses since 1992. Again, very, very light, 7.5, 8 pounds, that sort of thing. But yeah, loaded with all custom Bartolini pickups and preamps. Yeah, this is a 35-inch scale bass, so again, it's got that slightly more focused B string, but you can't go wrong if you're looking for a really nice quality, handcrafted instrument. Rob's been doing this for a long time, and he knows his craft. Rob Allen's, what can I say about these? This is a game changer. If you've never played one of these, then you owe it to yourself. If you're looking for that classic bass acoustic sound, more like a double bass sound, this is what's in here. So easy to play, lightweight, chambered bodies, custom electronics, beautifully handcrafted. This one's got a fabulous flame Koa top. So yeah, I just think if you're looking for that sort of sound, they're not cheap, but they are phenomenal. So definitely worth your investment. So Sadowski's. So we've been working with Roger for a long time, but this is this new sort of more budget range of stuff. So we've got the Sadowski Express basses. This is the latest 2024 variant with roasted maple necks, tweaked electronics and stuff. But yeah, I mean, for under £1,000, you've got a lot of bass there for your money. Then next up, we've got the Metroline. So again, these are custom shop. These are custom made out of Germany. Including this one here. Wow, check this out. Custom Sadowski electronics. The Metroline, I've got the Sadowski VTC circuit with a passive tone in it and active passive switching. So yeah, this is an amazing instrument, limited edition. So a little bit special. Warwicks, lots of lovely Warwicks. Again, these are all the German-made instruments. They call them GPS, but these are German-made. And I mean, this is a limited edition Corvette 5, which is just beautiful. I like this one as well, I have to say. I don't know if you can see this on the camera. This is really amazing. The colour flip on this is just crazy, crazy. We've also started doing Ibanez. Having had loads through the shop over the last 15 years or more, we've decided to start stocking new ones. So we've got some really nice deals at the moment on end-of-line instruments. You know, we're always trying to get you a good deal where we can, and these work out really, really well. So again, you know, Bartolini pickups, preamps, lightweight, nice slim necks, and all at very good prices. Dingwalls. What can I say about Dingwall? We've been a big fan of Dingwall now for 14, 15 years. We've sold loads of them. And at the moment we have all the import stuff here. So we've got the combustion range, we've got the NG range, we've got the new JT range, and we've got the D-Rocks, all of which got their own thing going on. Different preamps in these instruments here. These have all got the same pickups, but different preamps. So you've got the EMG 3-band in here, you've got the Dark Glass 3-band in here, and then you've got the Neve 2-band preamp here with passive tone control. You need to come in and try these things out. If you've never played one before, it always looks a bit weird, but trust me, fanfretting makes a lot of sense. And when you play with 5s and 6s, you get the best B string in the business, no doubt about it. So here are the Korean Spectres that we stock. So we've got the Ethos, the Dimension, which is the fanfret bass, obviously in 4s and 5s. And these are really special. I love this this green finish. It's yeah, it's different, but we sell a lot of these. These are very nice. But this is also 37 to 34, so it's the same as the Dingwall basses up here. So they're interchangeable strings. This is the point. The European Spectres. So we've got a big range here from the Bantam, which has sadly now been discontinued, the Bolton, which has changed its name now, and right through to the RSTs. I can't explain to you how light this is. It probably only weighs, I don't know, £5 or something like that. So this is Paulina wood, flame maple top, Aguilar pickups, preamp, roasted maple neck, and yeah, incredible. So if you're looking for something like, you've got problems with your shoulder or your back, this is a really, really nice option. And then we've got more of the European stuff. So we've got the new LX range, so the old LX, the new LX, which come again in 4, 5, and 6, and in a big range of lovely new colours, which I have to say I really, really like. Again, that green, which I know is not everyone's favourite, but for those who love it, look at that beauty, especially when you look at it against that colour there. Really nice. And then we've got the classic, which we've got in the Sting variant, if you like. And then we've got an all red one, which is gorgeous. So those are EMGs and tone pump circuits. And we've got them also in blue, metallic blue 4 and 5. Then we've got the customs. We did a video on this the other day. So this is a slightly different preamp in here. This is the new Spectre preamp, the sort of heritage preamp, if you like, which is more akin to the Haslabs preamp. And then we hit onto the American series, where things get a whole bit more crazy. These are the sort of quality that's coming out now. Spectre brand is now owned by Korg, and Korg invested a huge amount of money and time and effort, and they've really upped the game. I mean, Stuart always did a great job, but they're really taking things up another whole notch when it comes to custom options, including the new Doug Wimbish, which we showed you the other day. Hofner. What can I say about Hofner? Probably one of my first memories as a small child was watching the Beatles on television as a child of the 60s, and I remember Paul McCartney playing one of these, like we all did. So we are now really into the German range. This is an aged instrument, so again, this is a relic. But if you look at the finishing on this, it's crazy. You know, you would have assumed that this has probably been around the block with the Beatles a couple of times, but it is actually a new instrument. So this is the sort of thing that Hofner are now doing, and rightly so. You know, these are amazing instruments that we all remember so well from our childhoods. We also do some of the import ones here, which are less expensive. This is a nice one as well. This is a thin line, which is, as you can see, quite slim front to back. This is a really nice bass. It's a very cool looking piece of kit, I have to say. So next up, our Nash basses. Now, Bill Nash is the guy that sort of invented relicking, I guess. He was a guitar tech, roadie, and yeah, and he started this idea of trying to make instruments for people that were well known, who had old instruments but wanted, didn't want to take them on the road. So this is sort of how he started, and we now carry a big range. These are all handcrafted, all handmade. Bodies and necks are standard stuff. Then it's all the finishing and the pickups. These have got Lola pickups in. This one's really light, I have to say. Most of them are quite light, which is nice. And they come in different levels of aging: light, medium, heavy, and extra heavy. Next up, we've got some interesting stuff over here. We've got this Kloss. So this is a range. We've got more of these coming soon. So we've got 5s and 6s in a new custom series that's going to have beautiful quilt tops. And they come as passive or active. And the active ones come with Fishman pickups, Fishman preamps. So it's a 2-band preamp with a 3-way toggle for different sounds, carbon fibre top, obviously the classic carbon fibre neck. And this is sort of what it's all about, really, this idea of stability and strength. obviously pioneered by people like Vigier and Status and Modulus and people like that. But this is not an expensive instrument. That's under £2,000, and the passive one's around about 1,500 quid. Next up, a couple of bargain basses in from Art Bass. What can I say? Sort of 260, 270 pounds. This is great fun. I mean, these are brilliant. They come in a P, a J, and I think the one which we've done best with is the little Mustang. What can I say? It's great. You know, we're doing some really good deals on these at the moment. So, yeah, a nice little stocking filler for Christmas, I think. This lovely Duesenberg. Just a nice instrument. And look at that. This is amazing.
Very Christmassy.
Yeah, exactly. If you've ever watched Yellow Brick Road, this just looks like the pairs of shoes she wears. I mean, it's just amazing. Classic look, vintage vibe, short scale. Then we've got a couple of Sinner Nixon from Kerry Nordstrand in California, based on an Italian design from the 1960s with this very cool pickup switching idea. So we do two versions. We do a 1 and a 2. The 1 has got 2 dual core pickups. The version 2 has got 3 single core pickups in, and then you can select the pickups and you can do 2 at a time, 1 at a time, none at all, and then you've just got a volume and a passive tone. So it's ever so simple, but really nice. Slim neck as well, so it's tighter string spacing here. Almost feels like a guitar, but where are we? Modern Vintage. So Modern Vintage is a business set up by Rob Elric from Elric Guitars and John Files, who ran an amazing bass shop in America. And they basically got a lot of Fenders, and they went through classic 60s, classic 70s, and they basically made copies of them. A 70s vibe jazz bass, you know, but you never could get one of these back in the 70s, so that's a really nice option. And they've got roasted maple necks. Here's a P-bass version. So again, the neck radiuses are concurrent with you know with the period they come from, as is the voicing of the pickups. So the voicing of the pickups and the radius of the neck is absolutely bang on for the 70s and 60s period they came from. Quartz. We generally do the sort of more higher end stuff, but you know, they just offer such a great value for money package. You know, this is a bass that's what, 845. It's just a bargain. Bartlini pickups preamp, and this one's a 35 to 33, I think it is, fan fret. Next up, Mike Tobias. So, if you know anything about boutique basses, you'll know who Mike Tobias is. Mike Tobias set up in the 1970s, 80s. People will remember Tobias basses, the growler and other instruments. Well, long story short, Mike reset up his business again a bit later on under the name of MTD, and he produces the American stuff, which we get in, but they don't hang around long. But this is the import range, and these are fabulous. So basically, it's all his ideas. So you've got the asymmetric neck profile, which tapers thicker here, thinner here. All the basses come with a 0 fret, so when you play an open string, it's vibrating over a fret, so it's a more consistent sound. The 5-string basses are all 35-inch scale, again for that slightly tighter focus B string. And this is the Super. What's cool about this is it's got 2 Music Man style pickups in, each one with a series single parallel switch. This is a really versatile bass. This will do pretty much any style of music you can imagine. 3-band EQ, volume pan, jazz bass sounds, Music Man. It's just an amazing instrument for the money. So yeah, this is another company I've been working with since 2008, I think it was, when we first started picking up the MTD stuff. Maruschik. I'm not sure what to say about Maruschik, really. I mean, our relationship with Adrian at Maruschik is good. I've been constantly amazed by what we get out of this factory. The quality is second to none. All hand-built in Poland, where they have some of the, probably some of the best craftsmen in Europe. And yeah, and Adrian and his team keep designing and making instruments for us. This is very much a copy of a wall bass. It's got filter-based EQ from Lucithand and yeah, Turner pickups. It's just amazing. I mean, it really is. It's sort of everything you expected from a wall, but in a slightly more modern package. You know, here's a nice fan fret. That's a 35 to 33 fan fret. One of the Frog series. Delano pickups in this one. 3-band EQ, passive tone, and just over £2,000. So not really bad for the money, I have to say. Sandberg. So we do loads and loads with Holger at Sandberg. And again, hand-built in Germany, they produce about 1,400 instruments a year, so it's not a big company, but a big variety of instruments. And I guess in some respects, Sandberg are probably most famous, if anything, for their being one of the top people that do, again, the aging. They've got a couple of people that just specialise in this, and it's some of the best in the business, I have to say. They've really got this down to a fine art, and they're even doing aging for other companies as well, because they're, you know, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, you know, but it is a cool thing, and it's very, very nice to have something that's yours, which has got marks on which you didn't have to put onto it. And we also do a super light version of this bass, which weighs literally nothing. New out this year, again, has been the Florence. This came out, I think, last year, actually. This is a really nice bass with this very cool custom dual core pickup here, which has got a two-way switch here, which converts it to give you different sounds. This is great. And this one is in a light-aged British Racing Green, which I really like. I have to say, I think that's a really sweet look.
What about the second-hand stuff? What have we got in there?
Let's go and have a look at some second-hand stuff, Marcus. Goodness me. We've certainly got a lot to go out here. I mean, and obviously it's rotating very quickly. So we've got some very unusual pieces here, including this rather special Lembic. Wonderful Roscoe, like new. I mean, all amazing. Look, I mean, this Rob Allen is just literally like new. And that's one of the mouse basses. It's your shorter scale instrument. Some very cool Gibsons and Epiphone here, including these Jack Cassidy basses, which I have to say, are just the business. These look really cool. I don't know which is your favourite finish. I must admit I'm quite partial to the gold, but these are second hand. And again, they've all been beautifully looked after. We clean them and, give them a once over in the shop. Obviously, we make sure that everything's all nice for you. Second-hand Music Man, Stingray. This is nice. This one came in the other day, this fretless. Sounds amazing. Some really nice Fenders. We've always got second-hand Fenders in because obviously Fenders is a very popular brand. So at the moment we've got some older ones here, Custom Shop, 5 strings, standard PJs, and all that sort of thing. This is particularly nice as well. This is a as new pre-owned Sadowski Custom Shop out of Germany, a Japanese Metroline, a German Metroline, a second-hand Alusonic. It's hard to show sometimes in pictures just how amazing these look. And Andrea at Alusonic is doing some incredible work for us, I have to say. But this one is something else with this carbon fibre inlay on the green body. Again, the black neck, a very cool thing indeed. Right, let's see what's around the corner, Marcus. So, Mike Lowell's. So we've got a beautiful pair of Mike Lowell's. Again, I've been working with Mike for a long time. We sadly lost Mike a few years ago. I used to see him every year at the NAMM show and always bring a bass back or more. But yeah, they're still producing some incredible instruments. Exotics, another brand that I've been dealing with for a long, long, long time. And this stuff comes out of Japan. The preamps on these are something else. They really are different. So you can basically run it as a passive bass in passive mode, and you forget the EQ. Then in active mode, you've then got a 3-band EQ with a bass, a mid with 2 mid frequencies, and a treble with 2 treble frequencies. So it gives you a lot of options. You can preset something into that bass and just literally go between active and passive. It just gives you that nice sort of vintage look. This one's lovely. It's got lacquer cracks in it and nice light wearing and whatever. And that's a lot of bass for £2,350 for a hand-built instrument at the end of the day. Yamaha, still one of our key brands. All good, depending on, it doesn't matter how much you pay. For the standard 234 here, which is 389, it's just a great working bass. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a pro playing every weekend. These are fabulous. And then we move through the line. We've got the BBPs in 4 and 5 string. These come out of the Japanese Custom Shop. So the stuff that's coming out of Japan is as good as it gets. If you have an opportunity and you're looking for a cracking PJ bass, that's your man. These are brilliant. And then we do the custom models. So we've got the Attitude, which I showed you the other day. We've got the John Patitucci, and we have the Nathan East basses. But again, because they're custom shop, the lead times on these could be 12, 18 months, 2 years. So we just get them in as we can. And on the end here, we've got a little BSX. Now, these come in 4 and 5 string. These are very popular, interesting. Nearly all the Disney cruises use these on board. So we have a lot of, this is perfect for guys who are working on cruise ships and stuff because it looks great, sounds really authentic, feels perfect. The position, the hand position is all good. Yeah, and for for the sort of money these are, not too bad. 3,500 for the 5. Great EQ system on there, all hand built in America. But yeah, probably one of the best, if you like, portable electric basses, upright basses that we have. Right, let's have a quick whiz through amplification because there's a lot to try and fit in, but we'll do what we can. So over the years, we've sold a lot of different amplification, and we've always tried to work with small specialist manufacturers, which has always been the ethos of Bass Direct. So we work for a long time. We do work with Jim Bergantino, Mark van der Clay, Gianfranco at GR Bass. So at the moment, we've got a big push on the GR Bass. Why? Well, because ultimately, we've sold a lot of lightweight cabs, and I think a lot of our customers are now getting to a point where they want even lighter. So we have these, which are crazy light. I mean, if you look at the weights on this stuff, it makes no sense. It's like picking up boxes of fresh air, but they sound great. They got some cool technology, Jensen drivers in these, really high quality tweeters, and they're just great. And what can I say? You've got a powered 10-inch cabinet here, which weighs nothing, which has got a 350 watt amp built in. Now you can plug your bass straight into this, or you can go through a preamp to give you tone coloration. This is a 210, 800 watt powered version. It weighs nothing, and this is an 800 watt 210 cabinet. So in my hands here is over 1100 watts of power. So yeah, we're doing real good business with GR. I think it's not cheap, but it's potentially life-changing for customers who are struggling moving things around, especially gentlemen of a certain age. So we've got some Genza stuff in as well. So again, when I started this business, one of the first brands I'd had was Gens Benz. Through a long series of situations, that changed hands, it closed down, and then it was reinvented by Jeff Gensler as Gensler. So one of the most popular amps we sell in our shop is this amp here, which is the Gensler Magellan 800. It's an 800 watt amp. It's got a warm, clean, natural sound. It's got a switchable drive circuit. It's got a switchable two-way contour. One contour is scoopy mids. The other contour is a sort of a soft, warm, old school sound. Simple to use, auxiliary and headphone out, amazing. Then, this year, the Kinetics came out. And this has got 3 AX7 tubes inside it. So this time, you've got something which gives you a very different sound. This is designed to give you that fat, classic, authentic tube amp sound. It's certainly one of the best at doing that. So that's a very popular amp for us. We've also got this one that's just come through, the new Groove amp. So this is a slightly different situation. This is no longer your sort of super lightweight Class D. This has got different technology inside, slightly heavier amp, but it's great, sounds wicked. So we've now got lots of different options from manufacturers like GR who are doing lovely clean sounding Class D, and now this warmer sounding amp here. This is just literally either 350 watts or 800 watts. It's an amp, that's all it does. So again, if you're running preamps and pedals, you don't necessarily need all the stuff on the front. So that's a simple option for guys who are just looking to amplify what they've already got. Just in as well, we do Trickfish stuff. This is their new 3000 watt bullhead, which is amazing. I mean, it weighs nothing. It really is light. But in here, you've got two 1500 watt amps. Again, the preamp section here is designed by Pope, yeah. So Pope preamp, so it's really, really musical. Nice little features on here like low and high pass filter, etc., etc. This is, again, not too expensive. I know it's a couple of £1,000, but for your money, amazing. And if you're driving something like this, which is this GR410 stack, this is the sort of thing that's going to give you 1500 watts per channel, and you're going to have, sound and tone for days. The new GK stuff, so we've got the Legacy and the original stuff. So again, two different sounds, two different vibes, but in these lovely little lightweight amps, but they sound great. So again, you've got to remember nowadays you can mix amps and cabs much more freely than you used to be able to do before. So you don't always have to have the same manufacturer's amps and cabs. You find a cab that you like this format for, and then you find an amp that gives you the tonal variations that you're looking for. So, we've got lots of different options now. Got the new Aguilar amps, the new AG 500s and 700s. This is slightly more aggressive sounding. This is slightly warmer sounding. The new Ampeg amps, when does it end? The new Ampeg amps, which is cool. What I like about these is you've got switchable SVT and classic sounds all built in. It's got like an amp sim built into this thing. So you run it flat, it just sounds like a nice modern amp. But as soon as you engage the amp sims, you've got those more Ampeg-y sounds. So you've got the best of both worlds. More amps over here. Dark glass, this is nice. This is the Element amp. It's got all sorts of built-in trickery, which I like. Don't necessarily understand it, but it's very cool. This is the Bergantino. So these are some of the most popular amps we sell, the Bergantino, the Forte, and the Forte HP, which is the new HP X version of this come out. Again, nice, clean, modern, warm-sounding amps. This is the Trickfish Bullhead 500. There's also a 1000 watt version. Again, this is clean and warm and natural sounding. The Ike, again, superb, German made, slightly a little more hi-fi sounding, but again, just simple to use. Nice. This one's a 900 watt version. Just different features. It has this taste control here, which means you can go from warm to bright very quickly without leaving the EQ. Okay, new Mark-based stuff. I say I'm very impressed with this. These are the new lightweight Mark-based amps and combos. Yeah, I think they've got it right this time with Mark Bass, but this takes it to another level because again, like GR, they've realised that people want as light as they possibly can. These are polycarbonate ABS chassis on these now, which is just what the PA industry's been using this for 25 years. There's nothing new about this, but it just means that this is very, very light now. And also they're doing them with different tweeters in, which is a good thing. I think the tweeters have always let Mark Bass stuff down a little bit, whereas now you've got options and you can have a high quality tweeter, you pay a little bit more. So always good option. This is the new 58R range, they call it. This is the Gensler array system. So we showed you the Gensler amps over here. So this is the 350 watt amp. This is a 110 speaker with 4 phase-aligned drivers down the front. What this does is it gives you much higher, greater dispersion of higher mid-frequencies and treble, giving you a much more apparent sound on stage. You can hear much more what you're doing. and it stacks and tilts, as you can see. So what's great about this is that on stage, it's pointing back up at you, so it's not all firing down through your feet. So as a bass player, very useful. But we're just going to finish there, and we're going to say thank you for watching. If there's anything you want to know about any of the products, give us a shout. We're always going to help out whenever we possibly can. Come in and say hello, and yeah, see you again soon. Thank you.